Welcome back. So this video is part one of me winning a state championship of my high school career. So I'm going to continue with part two, and this is going to go into more details of my college journey, the decision I made for college, the ups and downs that I had in college, that a lot of people don't understand from a college athlete. I transferred, the reason why I transferred, just basically go tell you guys about my college journey. So after this championship game, me and Cody decided to head to Jacksonville State together. Cody would go there to play baseball and football, and I would go there to play football, and we both was on full ride, full scholarship. It's 2010, which was my redshirt year. This year was difficult at the same time because it was my first time not playing football, but I was able to work out with the team, but I wasn't able to play in the game. Yeah, I was able to learn. I was going into college at 157 pounds, and I was just skinny, and I was fast. I honestly, guys, I had to learn how to run all over again because I was just fast. You know, I didn't learn the right running techniques. I had to learn all that stuff in college all over again. But I had some guys, Irvin, Kyle Pope, Pierre Warren. We were basically all doing the same thing, and we held each other accountable. We would go to the weight room or go to the field and stuff. Working out with the team, that was mandatory. But then again, like I wasn't going to be able to play a game. So it was finding, like, do I really want to go through this? And then, I mean, of course I did, because I didn't want to take the JUCO route and stuff. So I kept on fighting. Open up with Ole Miss that week, and we're in the weight room. And of course, guys know, if they was there at Jacksonville State, they know what happened. We got kicked out the weight room because I think someone came in smelling like alcohol and get it out the weight room and head to the. And it was crazy. Coach Austin was a funny guy. I love Coach Austin. But I remember us going through that, and, oh, God, that was the worst conditioning I did. It's the week of Ole Miss.
Now here is the story of the day. Jeremiah Masoli joining Ole Miss against Jacksonville State. He was ruled eligible, so everybody thought that would be the most important thing that would happen over the course of the day. Masoli finds James Logan. Ole Miss would go up 31-10. Masoli making his debut. Everything's right with the world in Oxford. Or not. Fourth quarter, down by 8. Jacksonville State, Marcus Ivory, Alan Bonner, touchdown. They need a two-point conversion to tie. Ivory would find LaRae Williams. We're tied at 34. Outscored them 21-3 down the stretch, and the Gamecocks put it in overtime. 2nd and 4 for Jack State. Ivory to Bonner again.
Just another pass, just a little middle screen. And I want to tell you, this wasn't any fluke. I mean, they did very well. I'm talking about Jacksonville State.
This was a 4th and goal play in overtime. Brandon Bolden saves the Rebels for a moment. 2nd overtime. Another one of their fine backs. Enrique Davis goes in, and Hotty Toddy got.
Cody Blanchard, my quarterback, ends up, he was a starting punter, but a backup quarterback. He ends up coming in as a true freshman at this time and does this.
Monty Rebels up by 7, 4th and 15. This ought to do it. This ought to end the dream for Jack State. 4th and 15. Cody Blanchard's a true freshman. Touchdown! Kevin Cooper. You're going to go for 2 and win it, right, Mayday?
Absolutely. You're on the road.
And they do! Calvin Middleton. Jacksonville State wins it.
Just a great play. It was a shovel.
After that game, it was crazy in Jacksonville for a long time. So let's fast forward to 2011. This was the year that I was one of the most dangerous returner in the OVC. Most teams start kicking it away from me, or like Murray State, they will pooch kick it in the air and try to put me in the corner, or EKU, Eastern Kentucky, they will kick it deep in the corner and try to just like have a field coverage and stuff like that. But I remember this was been one of my best years in college that started changing my life. And what I mean start changing my life, this was probably the highest of my college career that I ever been at. I had to prove to myself if I'm able to play at this level, or because I went a whole year without playing in a game. So I was questioning myself, can I still make this play? Can I still make this catch? I was dealing with some other things off the field as well at that time. Got caught up in a little party lifestyle. And, so 2011 came. This was like a season I really had to prove myself. And not just to myself, but I had to prove to my coaches like why they recruited me. I had Coach Warnaboo, Coach Williams, who was on Last Chance U. I had Coach Ogles, Coach Jimmy Ogles. I had Coach Lester, Coach Thurman. And all those coaches was on me and holding me accountable because they seen the potential that I had, and they wanted me to reach that full potential and make sure, like I said, I just came back from not playing the season before, and they knew that I can play. So 2011 wide receiver core, man, we had some legit ballers. We had James Shaw. We had Alan Bonner. You had Kevin Cooper. You had Trey Smith. You had myself. You had Jeremy Nicholson. You had Todd Martin. You had Wesley Warren. I was basically used as a returner, but I also played receiver. We played Kentucky Wildcats in the SEC. I had a chance to return a kick.
They kick off for the Wildcats. Jacksonville State, Gabriel Chambers, return off the kickoff, 98 yards for Gamecock PD.
I want to say thanks to my teammates for making those blocks, because without those blocks, I wasn't able to make this run. So shout out to all my teammates. Well, after I returned that kick against Kentucky, I realized that I can play on any level. Doesn't matter if it was Kentucky or anywhere else. I knew I can play on any level. And that's when that I start gaining my confidence back that I had in high school. Because I knew I can play, and that was the main thing. But it was crazy for me, especially as a freshman. You get to see Erin Andrews at that time. She was a reporter, and it's so much other stuff that you get. But it was a crazy time, and I wouldn't say I got lost, but like, it was just everything coming, if that makes sense. Coach Thurman had a man-to-man talk with me and made sure that my head was still, that I don't get big-headed, if that makes sense, because I was a freshman, just returned a kick against Kentucky, University of Kentucky, who's in the SEC. And he was making sure I don't get big-headed and stuff like that. Main thing, he was just, bringing me to the film room and showing me, he was like, hey, you see how you doing in practice? I need you to do this in the game. I need you to do this. You need to be more consistent right here. And he was just breaking it down to me more so I can see it from a standpoint. Because as a college athlete, a lot of people don't understand, but as an athlete, it is tough. Your social life, you really don't have one. A lot of people just see are the plays on Saturday. They don't see the behind the scenes, the grind, the stuff you do, managing your whole day, while you're with your coaches most of the time. So guys know who actually went through the system. They know how that football thing is. That year ended good. Going into my sophomore year, this is 2012. Going into this year, my confidence from 2011 carried over to I had more confidence. I was ready to go. I was feeling like myself again. And that year, we played Arkansas. They was ranked number 10, I think. And then we played Florida at that time. They was ranked number 7. At the end of the season, we played Florida. We opened up with number 10 Arkansas Razorbacks. And I'm the starting kickoff return, punt return in front of 71,000+ fans. We end up playing that game. We end up losing to them 49-24. Here's where things get kind of shaky. I missed 4 games due to a concussion. Coach Skip Moore and EJ and his staff did a great job monitoring me during this time. I still appreciate the way they took care of me through treatment and stuff. So I missed 4 games due to a concussion. Of course, I was on a concussion protocol, always making sure I'm good, and they was checking on me. Bed rest, all the lights off in my house and stuff like that. Yeah, they took that serious. And then I came back. My first practice, I was wearing a green jersey. Those guys in college, they know what a green-orange jersey is. But I was wearing a green jersey. Which allowed me to play, practice and do certain activities, but I can't get, like, not really hit, if that makes sense. Just threw a slant to me. I caught it, but then I came down on my head, and that's when I was pulled from practice. Like, I didn't get no more reps or anything because they was really precautious about me going through the rest of the practice because I just now came back from a concussion. So I come back healthy and I played for the rest of the year. So this year I only played 7 out of 11 games because I missed those games due to a concussion. Play number 7, Florida Gators at the Swamp. And with me living in Florida before, I always wanted to go to Florida. I always wanted to be Gators because I fell in love with the Gator chalk. Their fans was unreal. We played in front of 81,000. But like their fans, we was right there and their fans right behind us and with the Gators chalk and everything. And kickoff, I was the returner and I'm looking up at the glass because it's like crazy. You know, it's like a dream come true that I can play in that stadium. So I catch the ball and I'm trying to see if the ref's gonna blow the whistle. All right. I'm looking at him because I'm getting ready to take a knee and he's not even blowing the whistle or anything. So what happened? I just got up, I took off, and I brought us to like the 18-yard line. And it was crazy, but it was just because he kicked it 2 yards in the end zone. And I just thought that if he wasn't going to blow the whistle, then I'm just going to take off. First play of the game, we had this
pay-per-view coverage of Gator football presented by Regions Bank as Jacksonville State visits the Florida Gators.
They'll go one back a lot, but they'll also go with their 2 backs. There's a long pass out into the flat, caught. He's still not down. And this could be a big play for the Gamecocks. Down the sideline, inside the 30, inside the 20. Kevin Cooper takes it to 1st and goal for Jacksonville State.
We got there and we couldn't punch it in. I think we missed a field goal at that time. Yeah, we missed a field goal. And I think we never could get back that momentum. And I think if we would have scored right then, we would have put that pressure on Florida to keep coming back, and because our defense was stacked that year. But, of course, Florida took that and they ran with it, and at the end of the final results was 23-0.